His opponent's fleet was put together by dozens of races, those who wanted to stop Shara Daim expansion into what they considered their territory. Most of them, save for a few races, were weak and had territories so small that they were of no consequence. The Shara Daim had moved into a new area of space, ignoring other races, colonizing worlds that they wanted, engulfing territories of entire civilizations. Those who held a territory larger than a single system or two were warned to stay out of the Shara Daim's way, but sadly, they had not listened. They had gathered allies from other races in the area, those whose future expansion was threatened by the Shara Daim. And now they had a fleet of ships that they believed strong enough to threaten the Shara Daim, to intimidate and force them to pull back. The enemy fleet had been trying to establish communication since they'd entered the system, but Narasak had ignored every attempt. There was nothing to discuss. In a way, this act had made him respect them more. They had shown him strength and determination to protect what they believed was theirs. But unfortunately for them, the Shara Daim would not tolerate anyone standing in their way. Narasak watched as the last ship in his opponent's formation entered well into his legion's weapons range. With a thought, he sent the order. Every ship in his legion fired at the same moment, and beams of dark blue crackling energy connected his fleet and that of his opponents. Wherever the beams hit, hulls disintegrated. Crackling energy arced from the impact point to scorch and eat into the rest of the ship. His opponents tried to evade, tried to turn around and escape, and their superficial unity collapsed as clusters broke off in different directions. The Third Legion continued firing, destroying ships even as they tried to escape. A few clusters among the mass held ships from the more advanced races, but their numbers and even their level of technology was not enough. They too would die. Narasak was ordering his legion to pursue the fleeing ships, intending to destroy every single one of them, when one of his subordinates interrupted him.
Dai Sha, we have received a top priority message from Shara Daim,
the Vasun said. Intrigued, Narasak reached with his mind to the console in front of him, engaging the privacy screen around his chair, and then opened the message from the homeworld. An elder appeared in front of him and started issuing him new orders. Narasak's eyes narrowed as the message finished, and he disengaged the privacy screen. He turned to his subordinates.
"Send the orders for the fleet to halt,"
he said as he watched a few of the enemy ships burning as hard as they could in order to escape.
"Let them go." "Dai Sha?"
his Dosun and second-in-command asked.
"The legions have been recalled. It appears we have a new worthy enemy,"
Narasak said.
"How many legions are being sent?"
Dosun asked eagerly. It had been a long time since more than a single legion had been sent against an enemy. Narasak turned to look at his second-in-command and gave him a wicked grin before he responded.
"All of them,"